நியூஸ் 7 தமிழ் நேயர்களுக்கு வணக்கம். சக்சஸ் பாயிண்ட் ஓவர்சீஸ் எஜுகேஷன் பிரைவேட் லிமிடெட் வழங்கும் கல்லூரி சாலை நிகழ்ச்சிக்கு உங்களை வரவேற்பது நான் பிரீதா மலைச்சாமி. இன்றைய கல்லூரி சாலை நிகழ்ச்சியில் நம்ம எதை பற்றி பார்க்க போகிறோம் அப்படின்னா, வெளிநாட்டு கல்வியில் சிறந்து விளங்கக்கூடிய பிபிபி யூனிவர்சிட்டி பற்றி தான் பார்க்க போகிறோம். இந்த பிபிபி யூனிவர்சிட்டியில் என்னென்ன மாதிரியான விஷயங்கள்லாம் இருக்குது அப்படிங்கிற நிறைய விஷயங்களை நம்ம கூட ஷேர் பண்ணுறதுக்காக இன்னைக்கு நம்முடன் இணைஞ்சிருப்பது சக்சஸ் பாயிண்ட் ஓவர்சீஸ் எஜுகேஷனினுடைய இந்தியா மற்றும் நேபாள் மாணவர் சேர்க்கை தலைவர் திரு தரஞ்சித் சிங் அவர்கள் தான். அவங்கள ஃபர்ஸ்ட் வெல்கம் பண்ணிட்டு நிகழ்ச்சிக்குள்ள போயிடலாம். ஹாய் சார்.
Thank you.
Hope you are doing well. Sir,
well.
first tell about your consultancy.
Well, we are located in central London. I represent BPP University and I do manage the recruitment for India and Nepal. So we are based in Mumbai and all the applications that we get from India and Nepal, they come to Mumbai office and we do all the processing.
Okay, sir. What about what are the courses are you are offered in BPP University?
Well, BPP has a wide range of courses starting from law courses to healthcare and management. We are one of the biggest business school in the UK. When we talk about the courses, we have a very wide range of courses beginning from law. We have LPC, LLM and different variations of LLM that includes commercial law, Chinese law and of course fraud and compliance as well. And of course we can take those courses and we can take one solicitor and we can take him to a next level and make sure that he can become a barrister as well. So we also have barrister training course, which is a bar training course. And in healthcare, we do offer BSc nursing courses that students can come and become a nurse. In the UK, they can practice as a nurse in the UK. In addition to that, we have an amazing program which is MSc Healthcare Leadership that students can come and they can learn about hospital management. And one of our biggest portfolio is our management, where we provide professional trainings for our students. We have wide range of courses that includes MSc Management, project management, digital marketing, data analytics, and recently we have just introduced our brand new program for September 23 intake, which is MSc Engineering Management, which teaches all the engineers, especially from this southern part of India. We see a lot of engineers applying at BPP University. So we want to teach them how engineering can help them and they can use that engineering degree that they have learned in India and they can go back to the UK and learn how to become a manager after completing their engineering course.
Okay, sir. What is the eligibility criteria?
Well, the eligibility criteria for BPP is very straightforward. The student should complete their bachelor's in India with overall 55% or CGPA of 5.5. And we do support our students immensely in India. So in India, we have a way where you don't require IELTS to apply at BPP. You can take our own test at BPP University, which is again a free of cost. So entry requirement is quite simple. 55% overall is what we need in bachelor's degree, and of course you can do a BPP ELT test, and that's free of cost, and you can meet the entry requirement.
Sir, what is the can you elaborate any specific courses and eligibility?
Yes. So all the management programs that we have, the master's program itself. So as I said that we want to support more and more students in India. So the entry requirement that we have kept is quite straightforward in terms of all the master's programs. So all the master's program has the same level of entry requirement, which is 55% overall in bachelor's degree.
Is TOEFL and IELTS is necessary or not?
Not necessarily. As I said that the student doesn't require IELTS or TOEFL. If they have, well and good, that really helps the student improving their English language skills. But for admission at BPP, you don't require that. You can still come to BPP University. You can do our English test at BPP University, which is at free of cost.
So BPP University means you said BPP University is located in London.
Yes.
Apart from UK, is any other countries you have partnership?
Currently, we are based in UK. So we are very big in UK now, and BPP now is one of the largest business school in the UK with more than 7,000 students. We are located in the heart of the city, which is central London, and we have 6 campuses in central London itself. Apart from that, we do have campuses in Birmingham, we do have campuses in Manchester, and Leeds and Bristol and other places in the UK. However, we understand the students and we understand the international students, and we also know that students are looking for other options. So yes, we are looking at venturing into other markets, but it's too soon, and hopefully I will be able to announce very good news in the coming days. And yes, we are definitely looking at different countries as well in terms of operations.
How many branches do you have in India?
In India, there is only one regional office, that is in Mumbai, where I operate from. I have a very amazing team of more than 90 staff members who help the students to process their applications. That includes their offer letters, their interviews, and the CAS documentation. So everything is done from Mumbai itself.
Where is the campus located in UK, and how many campuses are there in UK?
So we have 6 campuses in central London itself. So the student can actually come to London, they can live within the city limits, and they can take the opportunity of the job opportunities that they have in London. And of course, we have 6 campuses. The headquarters is in Shepherd's Bush, and then we have 5 different campuses that includes Holborn, Waterloo, King's Cross, London City, and our newest campus and one of the biggest campus that we have currently is in Portsoken Street. It's amazing, and with an amazing facilities available for the students.
Great, sir. Tell us more about BPP University.
Well, BPP University is focused more on professional career opportunities for the students. We prepare. So if I have to tell you, the motto that we work on is we build careers through education. So what does that mean is that we not only provide the student with the international degree, but we also ensure that the students are well prepared for their future careers and their professional life. So to put it in perspective, we want to make sure that the students passing out from BPP University gets the best job available in the market, at the same time gets the best pay grade that is available in the market. And that's what BPP does to our students, and that's how we train our students.
The post-study work is eligible for BPP University?
Absolutely, absolutely. So the students coming to BPP University, they are definitely eligible for post-study work visa, which is graduate route, and the students can come to BPP University, they can study at BPP University. After completing the course, they can take the opportunity to work in the UK for another 2 years. What students need to do is they can just go to the UKVI's website, the government website, and there you can see a list of all the sponsors, the higher education sponsors who are eligible for post-study work permit. And yes, BPP is one of them. The student will be eligible for post-study work visa after completing the course at BPP University.
What about the duration of PSW, means post-study?
That will be 2 years. That's standard for everyone. So any university who is a sponsor in the UK, if the student completes their education from those sponsors, they get 2 years of work permit, which is a graduate route, and they get the opportunity to stay in the UK and work and gain experience.
Great. Okay, sir. How students can apply in BPP University from Tamil Nadu or India?
It's very simple. Actually, we are very straightforward. We have our exclusive partners all across India, and for Tamil Nadu, we have Success Point. If the student wants to apply at BPP University, all they have to do is approach Success Point consultants, put in their application, and they will guide the students on what programs is best for them. They will help the students during the interview process, and also they will help the students with the CAS documentation and visa process. So Success Point is actually one of our extended arms in India, in Tamil Nadu, who helps us recruit more and more students.
Okay, sir. We'll continue after a break.
Sure, thank you.
Sir, why do students choose BPP University?
Well, a very nice question. Why students should choose BPP University? Now, I want to tell you, first of all, I want to tell you what BPP University does and what they have to offer to the students. Now, BPP University was founded in 1976 as a BPP Law College, and that's when we started recruiting more and more students, and we started training more and more students, and we realized that there is an immense potential in international students, especially the students that are coming from India. They are doing really well in the UK when it comes to job opportunities and growing in their professional life. In 2007, we got the degree awarding powers. That means we got the title of university. That's when we started thinking on how we can help the students more and what else we can do for our students. So then we started asking questions to ourselves. Why does a student want to come to the UK and study? So now, if a student is planning to go to a different country and study there, of course they are not doing it out of joy, but there is a professional benefit that is attached to it. Student wants to grow in their professional life. They want to earn good money and make a good life out of the investment that they do by going abroad and studying. So when we talk about all this, we understand that the students need two things. If they are planning to go to the UK and or any country for that matter. One is academics, second is exposure to multinational companies. That's when BPP started exploring, and currently we are taking more than 58,000 students every year at our university. We started expanding. Not only that, we now have tie-up with more than 7,000 businesses globally, and most of them, they work with BPP on an exclusive basis. So that opens a door of opportunity for the students, so they can interact with these multinational companies and they can work in these multinational companies. Not only that, these multinational companies, not only they take our students for employment, they take our students for placements as well. We do provide placements, and at the same time, these companies, they come to BPP University for their training purposes as well. So out of top 10 banks in the UK, BPP is responsible to provide training to 9 of them, and that's the kind of reputation we have in terms of the education system that we have developed in BPP University. And out of top 20 leading legal firms in the UK, 19 of them come back to BPP for their upskilling of their employees and training purposes. So that's a reputation we own. In addition to that, so we train our students, we train the employers, we also provide learning material to teach accountancy and chartered accountancy all across the globe. So BPP have published more than 1 million books to teach chartered accountancy and accountancy all across the world, and that learning material is used in more than 140 countries. So just to give you an example, if a student wants to do an ACCA, ACCA course, no matter where, it could be Singapore, it could be Malaysia, it could be India, it's most likely that the books that are given to them, they will have a BPP logo on it, and that's the reputation we have, and that's what BPP does for our students and provide the support that they need to excel in their career, get the pay grade that they want, and make a good life out of it.
Okay, sir, we will continue. Here is our caller is here.
Sure.
தீபக் கும்பகோணத்திலிருந்து. வணக்கம் தீபக், உங்களுடைய சந்தேகங்களை நீங்க சார் கிட்ட கேட்கலாம். வணக்கம் தீபக், நீங்க உங்களுடைய சந்தேகங்களை சார் கிட்ட கேட்கலாம்.
Yes, please. And I'm Deepak from Kumbakonam. And does BPP University provide any employment or placement support for students?
He is asking, is there any placements in BPP University?
Yes, of course. We do provide placements. So all the management programs that we have, they come with a 6 months of optional placement. So that's student's choice whether they want to choose that 6 months of placement or not. It is called Professional Development and Planning module. So that enables the students, and that's what BPP provides to the students. The students can use that opportunity to work with the multinational companies where they get the support from our career support team as well and prepare themselves for what's coming next after completing the course.
Okay, sir. BPP has extremely successful in Indian subcontinent.
Yes.
What has worked so well for BPP University?
Well, there are two things that really helped us in building what we have done in India. First is we work collaboratively with our agent network in India. When I say collaboratively, that means we do listen to our agents and business partners in India, and we do take regular feedbacks, and we design the programs according to the needs of the student, and we make sure that the support mechanism that we create that helps the student in every stage of this journey, and instead of just selling a product or selling a program which already exists. So we make sure that we take the feedback from our agents. We have already designed a lot of programs, and we have tailored the support mechanism to accommodate the students' needs and ensure that the students are comfortable throughout the journey at BPP University. That's one. Second is we provide immense support to our international students right from the beginning. So what we do is we have a nice team in India that supports the students during their application process. I've mentioned a SuccessPoint consultant. They are the ones who recommend students on what course they want to go. They can help the student, guide the student on what course is appropriate from them, and then we make sure that the students, once they reach UK, there is an engagement team that takes the student on board and provide all the support that they need while they are studying at BPP University.
Okay, sir. We will be back after attending the caller.
Thank you.
சஞ்சய் கோயம்புத்தூர்ல இருந்து. வணக்கம் சஞ்சய், உங்களுடைய சந்தேகங்கள் என்ன சார்ட்ட கேட்கலாம்?
Vanakkam, madam. Thank you, Mr. Taranjit Singh. I've been watching your presentation. My question is, at the BPP University, what facilities do you offer to the students? Like, for example, gym, a library. So, can you give a brief explanation of that? Thank you, sir.
What are the extra facilities you have offered
okay.
in BPP University?
Well, BPP really shines bright when it comes to student engagement and student support mechanism. Now, let's talk about the facilities that are provided at BPP University. So, one of the first priority that we have, and we have a policy which says inclusion and diversity. That means that we do not look at the students' caste, creed, religion, or color before taking the application and even after that. So we provide equal amount of support to all the students, and that is why once the student reaches UK, once the student reaches BPP University, they will see a multi-faith room in all the campuses that we have. Now these multi-faith rooms are designed for the students from all the cultures. So a Muslim student can go to this multi-faith room, they can offer the namaz. A Hindu student can go there and they can offer the prayers. Same with other religions as well. In addition to that, of course, there is a library, there is digital library and physical library where the students can go and they can read books and take that knowledge. Free Wi-Fi, and of course we have computer labs as well. In addition to that, we also take care of students who are specially abled. So we make sure that all the campuses that we have, they are accommodated. They are very accommodative of these specially abled students. So they have access to the university in a very pleasant way.
Okay, so there is another caller, Soumya
Sure.
from Chennai. Sorry, Govardhana from Chennai. We can speak to her.
Yes.
வணக்கம் கோவர்தனா, உங்களுடைய சந்தேகங்கள் என்ன சார்ட்ட கேட்கலாம்?
Hi sir, I'm looking forward to do my MS in BPP University this year, and I'm an aspiring student, and I have a question for you, sir. So, can you give any advice for Indian students aspiring to study in the Thank you, sir.
I'm sorry, I quite didn't understand the question.
கோவர்தனா, உங்களுடைய சந்தேகங்களை நீங்க திருப்பி கேட்கலாம்.
Yeah, sure. So, any advice for Indian students aspiring to study in the UK?
She is asking any advice for Indian students.
Yes, definitely. There are a lot of things that students should understand and think about before they reach UK. Now, there are a lot of things that I would like to recommend to the students. First is, before applying and during the application process, make sure that you work on your English language skills. Make sure that you practice your English language skills, because that's the language that you're going to learn, and that will be the method of instruction. So that's one. Second is, make sure that you're well prepared from India itself. So before you come to the UK, make sure that you have all the necessary equipment to reach UK. Now, first of all, what you need is a good laptop. So what I feel is that in today's world, laptop is not a luxurious item, it's a necessity. So irrespective of whether you are a student or a professional, or maybe you're doing a freelancing, you will need a laptop. So if you are a student, it can help you do the research, submit your assignments, and make your projects. If you're a professional like me, you can probably use it to make presentations. And of course, if you're unemployed, it will help you in finding the jobs as well. And if you're bored on Sundays, you can watch movies as well, right? So laptop is a must before. So you need to have a proper laptop, a very nice laptop, before you reach the UK. Second thing is attendance. Wow, that's very, very important when I say you need to have 100% attendance. Now, there is a reason to it. What we have seen is, once the student reaches UK, they started paying more attention to the part-time jobs. Now, when they do that, and when they give less importance to their classrooms, there is a very high chance that they will fail the exams, and they will not be able to submit their assignments on time. Now, if that happens, then the student fails their master's degree, and if the students fail the master's degree, they do not get the PSW. The eligibility criteria to get a graduate route, a visa in graduate route, is: one, you should complete the course that you have enrolled. It could be bachelor's, it could be master's. Second, you need to have a job from a sponsored list employer. So that's something that students should be very serious about when they are studying at the university. They should pay full attention, because it's very important that you need to have 100% attendance. Without that, you will not know when to submit the assignment, how to make the assignments, and all that really plays a very important role once you're there. And the third thing, what I feel is that Indian education system is very different from the UK's education system. So students ideally requires at least 3 months once they reach UK to accommodate to the new atmosphere, to get accustomed to the new learning methods that UK has to offer. Now, again, the student has to realize that you are going on a limited visa duration. So the master's has a 1-year duration. In that 1 year, what you need to do is you have to find the accommodation, you have to find a part-time job, you have to focus on your education, and there are many things that are going around, getting us accustomed to the environment and the weather as well. So there are a lot of things that you have to do in a very limited period of time, and if you don't, and study is one of the important element in the entire scenario, and if you don't pay attention to your studies, there is a very high possibility that you will miss out on the opportunities that UK has to offer, and then you might have to come back to India. That's one. And the last thing is speak up. What students do is they don't speak up when they're struggling in their academics. It's a very good opportunity for me to tell that BPP has a very nice student association which caters to the students. They listen to the students' feedback, they understand the students' problems, and they are responsible to provide support to the students. It could be any issues. It could be issues related to the accommodation. It could be issues related to their part-time jobs. It could be issues related to their academics. All the student has to do is they just have to reach out to these association members and ask for help. What we have seen is the students come to us at a very later stage where we are not able to help the student. It's a request to all the students. If you're studying at BPP University, what you need to do is you need to start explaining yourself what the issue is, and that's where BPP will come and they will help you, because BPP will give you 3 chances to pass your exams. And now that doesn't mean that the students come at the third attempt and pass the 3rd attempt. Now this is an indicator for the student that you have the opportunity, you have 3 attempts to pass the exams, but it's your responsibility that you come and speak to the academic support team if you're struggling in the very first attempt itself. So I think these are the things that students should keep in mind and should be prepared before coming to the UK and the university.
We have a caller from Namakkal, name Saranya. வணக்கம் சரண்யா, உங்களுடைய சந்தேகங்கள் என்ன சார் கேட்கலாம்?
Sir, good evening, sir. Hello, sir.
சரண்யா, உங்களுடைய சந்தேகங்களை நீங்க கேட்கலாம்.
Sir, I have applied on MSc Management, and I have my doubt is regarding accommodation, sir. Will BPP University provide accommodation for students, sir?
So she is asking BPP University provide accommodation for students.
So currently BPP does not have an on-campus accommodation. However, as I mentioned, that we have an immense support that is available at BPP University. So as I mentioned earlier as well, Students Association is a dedicated support that the students get at the university. So if the student is struggling with accommodation, they can help the student to find an accommodation near the university campus itself.
Okay, sir. What support does BPP provide to the students from India?
Well, we make sure that the students are supported at all stages and throughout the journey, starting from India till the time they reach and complete their course, and even beyond that as well. So here in India and in Mumbai itself, we have a team of about 90 staff members who help the students in processing the applications. They help the students with offer letters, their interviews, and CAS documentations as well. And once the student reaches UK, what we have understood here is that when we were speaking to the students, we understood that there are a lot of challenges that students experience once they land in the UK. Now, I think it's quite natural that if you visit any unknown place for the very first time, you're definitely tend to be nervous. You don't know what to do, and that's what students experience once they reach in the UK. So once they land in the UK, the first thing that they notice is there is no network on their SIM card, because of course it doesn't work. And then of course there are a lot of other challenges. They don't know where to go, how to take the transport. Now this is something that we heard from our students. So what we did was, at that point, now BPP is the only university in the UK who has a permanent stand at Heathrow Airport at Terminal 3. No other university does that. So what students need to do is, as soon as they clear their immigration at the airport, they will see the BPP logo right in front of them. All they have to do is just go there. They just have to ask them what they need. They can help them with the enrollments at BPP University. They can help the students with SIM cards. They can help the students with accommodation. They can help the student with transport map and all the other issues that students are experiencing. And that's the support that we're providing once the student reaches UK. After the students enroll in the university, there is a team that is called engagement team. Now this engagement team is responsible to provide support to the students. As I mentioned earlier, international students, specifically from India, they take about 3 months for them to adjust in the new environment. So what what this engagement team does is they start interacting with the students, and they start talking to the students and communicating with the students immediately on the day when they get the CAS letter. So they will start calling the students, they will start emailing the students, they will ask the students, they keep asking the students if they are facing any challenges logging into their online portals, if whether they are able to log in, whether they are not able to log in, if they are not able to log in, what are the issues and how they can resolve that issue. And the engagement team is responsible to support the student right from the day the student gets the CAS letter in India till the time the student completes their term 1. So the students will have a dedicated support. There will be one person assigned to every student where they can go and reach out with any issues. It could be personal issues, it could be academic issue, it could be anything that is preventing the student from studying at BPP University. In addition to this, we have student association that I talked about. The student can reach out to student support association as well and become a member of that association and gain the benefits of the support mechanism that they have there. What we have noticed is we introduced this engagement team right after the pandemic, that was in 2020, between 2020 and 2021. What we have seen is there is a drastic improvement in the students' engagement, where the students were reluctant to contact the university with their issues. Now, since they have dedicated support for this, the students are more engaging, they're engaging more, and they're making sure that the university is informed about everything that is happening in their life when they are in the UK. The second challenge that we experienced was, like I mentioned, that the students don't speak up. So now what we have done is we have created a separate section, a separate room in every campus, which is called the hub, where the student can go, they can have some coffee, there is a student support officers, they can speak to them and they can discuss their academic and other issues, and this is all is created for the students and making sure that the students' life is more easy once they reach UK and they are more comfortable.
Fine, sir. There is a caller, Agastya from Salem. Let talk to her. வணக்கம் அகஸ்தியா, உங்களுடைய சந்தேகங்கள் என்ன சார்ட்ட கேட்கலாம்?
Good evening, sir. My name is Agastya and I'm an engineering graduate planning to move to UK in September intake. So my question to you is, with the entire world being affected by the pandemic, we witnessed major countries going through economic crisis, and UK was no exception. Even though the economy is doing well over the past few months, there is still a high unemployment rate. So my question is, how would BPP University provide any employment of these students?
Okay, I think it's a very important and a very good question to ask, how BPP helps the student in employment. Now, as I mentioned earlier, that BPP now has tie-up with more than 7,000 businesses globally. Now these companies, they take our students on placement. So what BPP does is, during the placement placement period, if the student has opted the PDP program, which is Professional Development and Planning module, the students are given the opportunity to give interview with three different employers. Not only we set up that, we also train the students on how to pass these interviews. Now, that's about placement. But after completing the course, now we have tie-up with so many companies. We do have regular events in our campuses where the employers post their vacancies directly at our website, and the students can apply, and they prefer BPP students. So the students studied from BPP University gets picked up on priority. Not only that, a very good thing now that BPP has started to do is, we have now started hiring our own students. So students who have passed their exams and who have passed their degrees, they can apply within BPP University. So recently we did hire, we already recruited 19 students who have already studied at BPP University. So there is another opportunity where the students can just come and complete the course and then apply in BPP University in different departments, and they don't have to look for job elsewhere after completing the course as well. Another interesting fact when it comes to employability is 98% of our students who have passed their postgraduate courses excuse me, at BPP University, they get into highly skilled occupation. Now, highly skilled occupation means that students passing their master's degree from BPP University, they are not working as cab drivers, they are not working as petrol pump attendees, they are not working as waiters at restaurants, but they are professional accountants, they are professional lawyers, and they are managers in multinational companies, and that's 98% of them. When we checked the data with HESA, which is Higher Education Statistics Agency, now as per HESA, BPP ranks number 4 in the entire UK when it comes to future employability, and surprisingly we ranked number 2 against the top 24 leading universities, which is Russell Group of University, and we are beating University of Cambridge as well. So even though we are new in the market and we have less experience, but we have at least understood how to train the students and how to make sure that the students are more employable, and that's what the reputation is at BPP Universities. One thing I can say in confidence is that if a student is coming at BPP University, and if you're really serious about your careers, I think BPP University is the best university for you, because we not only help you get the international degree, but we also make sure that you get the best possible jobs that are available in the market.
Sir, tell me more about business courses.
Well, as I said earlier, that BPP now is one of the largest business school in the UK with more than 7,000 students. We have amazing programs that we run at business school, and that includes MSc Management. Now, MSc Management is a business international business management program where the students learn how to manage the business and how finances work in the business and all the other aspects that you need. The most important element in this particular program is the critical thinking, where the students understand how to think critically, and at the same time data-driven decision making. That's one of the modules that we teach, where the students understand how to interpret the data and take the decisions as per the data, and not just because if you've seen in the past how people used to do businesses based on the intuitions and experiences, but here now today the world is all about data. So this module actually teaches the student on how to utilize the data, how to analyze the data, and use that to the benefit of the business. That's MSc Management, and we have a very nice combination programs, which is MSc Management with Project Management. So a student gets all the benefits on how to manage the business. They get to learn on how to manage the business and develop a business. At the same time, they get the speciality on how to manage a project as well. And this is a very interesting program for technical people, students who have studied BE, they have done BTech, and all the engineering courses that students have done here in India. So students can enroll for MSc Management with Project Management program. They can learn how to manage the business. They can learn how to manage the project. They can work as a project manager in a multinational company in a technical field, or they can still work as an operations manager in a multinational company, even they decide to work in a non-technical field. Other than that, we also have this amazing program. I talked about data, right? So we have MSc Management with Data Analytics. Now this program is specially designed for business analysts, where the students gets to learn how the data works in the business, how to use that data to enhance the business profitability, and of course making sure that that students understand how to interpret the data to the betterment of the business. And then we have MSc Management with digital marketing. Again, everybody today believes in digital marketing. Any advertisement that you want to give, it has to go through social media platforms. So it's very important that students these days, if they are learning business, if they are learning how to manage a business or how to open up a new business in the coming future, they know how to take the business to a next level. And this is a very interesting combination where the student learns how to manage the business, at the same time they know how to do the digital marketing. So of course, combine that, you can take, if you open up a new business and you have a strong digital marketing skills, of course that is something that can never fail, right? And I'm very proud to tell you that now we have introduced an amazing program. This is a new program that we have just launched for September 2023 intake, and this is MSc Engineering Management. Now there are a lot of prospects for this particular course, where students from engineering background, they can come and they can learn how to use their engineering skills become a manager and use that to become a manager in a multinational company. So that's something, and this is one of the programs where we designed after taking the feedback from our agents in India and the students in India as well, which is definitely going to be very beneficial. The other program that I want to talk about is MSc Accounting and Finance. Now this is one of the reputed course at BPP University. We are pioneers in terms of accounting and finance. I've mentioned this earlier. We have published more than 1 million books to teach accountancy all across the world. So if the student wants to do ACCA program, BPP is the university, because if the student comes to BPP University, they don't have to sit separate exams to get the accreditation from ACCA. Once they pass their exams at BPP University, they get automatic accreditation from ACCA, and that is for fundamental papers from F1 to F9. And later on, we provide training and tuitions for the strategic papers, and then we set up the papers with ACCA, so that the students, once they complete MSc Accounting and Finance, they have both accreditations with ACCA and a master's degree at BPP as well. So overall, it's an amazing school to study at. It's quite big, and the culture is very amazing, and students really get the exposure that they want.
Great, sir. There is a caller, Nandini from Namakkal. Let's talk to her. வணக்கம் நந்தினி, உங்களுடைய சந்தேகங்களை சார்ட்ட கேட்கலாம்.
Hi sir, I am Nandini from Namakkal. I have a doubt. How will be the syllabus in your abroad, that mainly in UK?
She is asking what is the syllabus in UK.
Okay, the syllabus, so there are different terms. So if you're going for a master's program, now again the terms are specific to the courses that students choose. So if you're going for a master's program, there will be 4 terms, and if you choose the placement option, then it will be 4-term program. But if you go with a 1-year master's program, that will be a 3-year program, and it's all practical based program. There is no theory in it. It's assignment and project based, research based programs, and the programs at BPP University are quite modern. So as I mentioned, that we develop programs after taking the feedback from the students and agents, and we always keep checking with the students and the agents on finding what the student wants, what is the demand in the market, and then we develop a program. And when we develop a program, we go to the employers and the market and understand what do they need from the students after completing the course. So in order for me to apply for in a multinational company, I need to have a certain skill set, right? So what we do is we take the feedback from the agents to find out what kind of programs that students want, and when we design those programs, we go back to the market, we go back to the employers, ask them how do they want the students to be trained, and when we combine all this, there is a student who gets the best possible course designed, and then that once the student learns that course and once that student goes to the employer gets a ready-made material where the student is well aware of what is expected out of him as an employee.
So the syllabus will be the need of industry and
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, great. Okay, sir, what are the future plans of BPP in India?
Well, the future plans are looking really promising in India. We are taking more and more students now. There is a demand in the market, and we want to ensure that we want to give this opportunity to more students in India. And of course, we are trying to expand as much as possible. We are trying to develop more programs, and we want to ensure that we have a wide range of programs where the students have the liberty to choose any program of their choice, and we are definitely working on it. We have already introduced engineering management. There are a lot of other programs that we are thinking about in the near future that include psychology and other programs, and that is management in law as well. So that's one of the programs that we are looking at. So we are trying to increase the portfolio and give more and more courses to choose from for the students.
How many intakes are there in BPP University?
Well, BPP is also known for its flexibility. So where other universities have their standard intakes, majority of the universities, they run September and January intake, but BPP is flexible, and of course, as I said, BPP has this amazing education system, and we want to make sure that more and more students can benefit out of this amazing support mechanism and the education system that we have developed at BPP University. So we have rolling intakes, so students can apply at any point at BPP University, and they can apply as per their convenience.
Great, sir. We spoke mainly about BPP University. Actually, it sounds good because this will be very helpful to most students.
Yes.
Thanks for joining and explain about this educational pattern of BPP University. Thanks for joining.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me here. Thank you.
நேர்களே, இன்றைய கல்லூரி சாலை நிகழ்ச்சியில் வெளிநாட்டு கல்வியில் சிறந்து விளங்கிட்டு இருக்கக்கூடிய பிபிபி யூனிவர்சிட்டியில் என்னென்ன மாதிரியான படிப்புகள் இருக்குது, அங்கே போய் நம்ம சேரணும் அப்படின்னா என்னென்ன மாதிரியான விஷயங்கள் இருக்குது, சிறப்பு அம்சங்கள்லாம் என்னென்ன அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரியான நிறைய விஷயங்களை கேட்டு தெரிஞ்சுக்கிட்டோம். இன்றைய கல்லூரி சாலை நிகழ்ச்சி இதோடு நிறைவு பெறுகிறது. மீண்டும் மற்றொரு நிகழ்ச்சியில் சந்திப்போம். நன்றி, வணக்கம்.